How's it going? I forgot to post that I was going live now, but I posted earlier that I was. Huh? Anybody on? Hello? Guess I'll give it a few. I guess I will give it a few to see if anybody shows up. If not, then I'll go. How is everybody? How is everybody? Ooh, 3 people. Cool. Summer F. Cats, how are you? I'm out walking, and just a warning for everybody that comes in. I am a pretty bad live streamer. That's why I don't do it very often. I something always fucks up while I'm online. So, and it's funny. So, has it had a good checkup at the doctor today? Hey, that's cool. Good for you. That is a good thing. I First time I have been home in 6 weeks. My mom fell and broke her hip again 6 weeks ago, and so I've been staying at my parents', you know, kind of helping my dad out with my mom. And I came home today because she got discharged. So I thought I would do a live with everybody and hear what's going on with everybody and find out what has been going on with Girl World and do our little thing like I usually do when I walk. How is everybody today? Is Can everybody hear me okay? I saw that Foodie went on a kind of a road trip to, was it Moosehead Lake, to see if she could find a ghost. She rented a car, and even though she rented a car 2 weeks ago, she and she bitched the whole time that she had the car. And that was even her birthday weekend. She rented one today to go to the lake to find a damn ghost. Well, she bitched the whole time. Typical Foodie fashion. Then she kind of went on a rage beforehand with her on her community post about somebody sent her an email about a better cat. Typical stuff. Same thing they did with BG. All that fun stuff. What do you guys think about that? Do you think people should be messing with her about the cat, or should they be leaving her alone? I missed most of the ghosts. Hey, Miss Peel, how are you? Summer Cats, you missed most of the ghost drama, but I did catch some of the bitching via Pulpy. Good. How did Pulpy take it? Was he laughing his ass off? Because I watched her drive most way there and got in on the end, left for a little bit, and then came back on the end where she was bitching about the red dirt roads. Well, snow. Do not call. Miss Pill, I agree. I don't think they need to be messed with either. I mean, we all have that saying, do not touch shit in real life. I kind of agree. People call over. Yeah, I agree. I agree. But, and she was, her little acting thing, driving the hills and in the country, and she sucks as an actor. She really does. Remember when she wanted to live out in the country with Nader? Man, that would not have worked out. I could see Foodie freaking out because she's in the country and can't get DoorDash. And the man that we shall not be named, running around in Foodie's underwear and one of her dresses. Cat is not in We Are or Death right now. Please, I agree. I agree. It's not. It's like, I hate to say this, but yelling fire in a crowded movie theater. You can't go to the extreme when it's not really an extreme case. It's just a dirty house. Chantal and Nader is her in a remote cabin. That's a setup for a horror movie. Huh. Yeah. Towards the end of the Olympics, that's what they were looking for, or that's what she was looking for. Was a cabin out in the woods in Canada, and that would have been batshit crazy. Okay, my next question is, well, my theory is that Salah hasn't been around for quite some time. There's been debate for months, probably since January, that he's been in and out. But I think since February, you know, oh, not, I think the first time not when she first came back, but this, you know, towards, right before she put his job back on, like sometime in end of January, 1st of February, when she had that big ol' fight with Salah, and the picture came out with Nader sent out, and then she fell off the couch and all that stuff. I think that's when Salah hit the road and somebody took over Salah's page. You guys think that it is over? You think he's gone for good and married? Do you guys think that he's just in he shows up when he needs money? Or do you think he's in for the long haul? What do you all think? Because, like I said, I think he's been gone for quite some time. I think he finally saw how batshit crazy Foodie really is when they were living in Syria. You okay? She failed to uphold her end of the contract. What do you think she broke, um, Mrs. Peel? Um, Jeff's couch pineapple. I think he's seen the real. Yes, I think he's been seeing the real Chantel. Um, since she's from the moment she stepped off that plane in Syria, I think he and his family started to see the real Chantel. Aliza, hi. How are you? I think those 3 months were hell for everybody involved. Think, well, we know Chantel well enough. Well, it's been 10 years this year that she started doing her um mukbangs and all that stuff that she can manipulate a situation pretty well. And I think the Malaysia trip, because we all know that he didn't know about it. I think the Malaysia trip was her going to fly over to Syria and or to Lebanon or Jordan, and I think that was her trip to start stalking Salah. But I mean, that's my conspiracy theory. Did you know everybody in girl world has their own theory or follows along with somebody else's theory. So, I mean, and she's upset that the war started. And literally, who gives a flying rat's butt what she thinks about American politics or whatever? Because I'm just tired of hearing her talk about it. Yeah, she has the right to have an opinion about it, but dude, stop. I'm not going to force my opinions about Canada's politics down your throat. It's just stop. He's not paying her any attention. Well, I mean, it's quite obvious he's not. I mean, I agree with Rose Thorn. I was watching a little bit of her live stream today, and where she got to the point where where Foodie had flashed everybody. I'm in girl world to get away from the I agree. I agree with you. Um, Seafood Pie. Hey, Seafood Pie, how are you? Good, good luck at work, Seafood Pie. Well, like I was trying to say, I kind of agree with Rose. Is that we all saw her flash, um, everybody on her stream, and I don't think she meant it to do it on purpose, but that's just semantics. But I think that if Salah was actually, if they were talking every day like she said, he would have called her this morning, left her a message or what have you, and would have told her, take that shit down. I don't want anybody to see my wife's boobs. I mean, I don't care if you're Muslim. I don't care if you're Catholic or whatever. Most husbands would do that call and say, take that down. Hey, Bug Love, how are you? I think you're about to return to her couch in Ottawa. Jeff's couch mayo, no joke. What? How many has that been? Peel? Is that 2 or 3 that she's had? Man, that mayo. Well, damn. I'm not an egg person. I've never liked mayo. And I just don't understand how somebody could love mayo that much. And I mean, it wasn't a small jar. Both of them were huge. Yeah, I agree. She must be drinking it or using it for other things because they were like the jar was like the size of her freaking head. Man, I like I said, I have been at my parents' house for it would be 6 weeks Monday, but luckily my mom was discharged today. 23 minutes, 25 seconds per mile. Man, all probably heard that my I haven't been walking a whole lot, and my pace has dropped 8 minutes for a takes me 8 minutes longer to walk a mile. That sucks. But since I've been staying at my parents', I've been watching bits and pieces of people's live streams. So I've been trying to keep up with stuff. But damn, she has been boring as hell. Yeah. You know what's so funny? She was freaking out about the small town that she drove through, and everything was closed. Well, I actually live in a smaller town than that, than what she drove through looking for a gas station. In fact, my youngest son just graduated in May. He had 12 kids that graduated from the school. So, I mean, that's gives you a perspective on how big my town is. There's no stoplights, whatever. We have a gas station that's open until 11 o'clock. That's what made me laugh, is that she drove by 3 and they were all closed. That was crazy. Yeah, she would not survive. That acting job, driving those hills in the snow, she sucked. She only has the viewers that she has because Amber is so boring. I agree, Summer. I agree. The uh the girls have lost their touch. People are just watching them to see what the ending's gonna be. And that's sad. And we all know the ending's not gonna be good. Sorry. I damn, I'm on a mile and a half already. Um I'm walking and talking, so if I sound like I'm about to die, I am, but it's in a good way. Um Tell me what you guys what you think. Do you think Salah's gone for good and is actually in Egypt with his pregnant new wife? Or do you think he's done for good and just is lying about being sick? What are your all's thoughts? Do you think he will ever come out and um tell all about Foodie? I think that's another reason why she tries to stay around and be nice to him, is that she doesn't want him to say anything. Um, we get a preview of the ending with oh yeah, we did. Surely did. Um, yeah, and Rosie is whack and glitter. Oh, oh yeah, she is very bitter and blaming mental health on a dish. Huh. Okay. Do you think he's trying to keep Foodie in the back pocket and looking for other people? Or do you think he's trying to still um use Foodie to get out? I mean, is that his whole plan? Yeah. I mean, what are your thoughts on how Foodie's going to be using that plan? I think he's still hanging on to his ATM for as long as he can for a little effort. He can get away with it. I agree. I mean, I don't agree, but I think he's gone, but I could see that. I can see, you know, a 5 or $10 goes a long way. I mean, it probably pays their rent or fill up their tanks of water, what have you. So I can see that. Um, this meeting Qatar. Oh my gosh. We also we all saw what happened the last time she went to, was it Qatar from Syria? She forgot her filters on one and showed what Jabba the female version of Jabba the Hutt was. while eating, and shocking how quick the girl would figure out where she was in minutes. Summer, you really think that he's actually still involved to where he wanted to go on vacation with her? Um, okay. What do you think about what everybody's saying about him not being involved? You think he's you think he's involved? Like he's FaceTiming her like she says every day? I would not be surprised at all if he was working on another. Okay. Dashing Deed. Is Dashing in here? If Dashing's in here, hey, if I missed you, I'm sorry. I just, you know, every time I see a comment come up in our chat that says Salah or AL Sultan Salah, the wording is totally different each time. The verbiage is different. Um, I just don't think that. I just don't think he's been around for a while. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be real honest. I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to be in Syria or the Middle East right now either. I mean, that is that is rough, and truly feel really bad for the civilians that live there because that's a rough situation. And I would be looking for a way out as well. So, so has anything like else interesting besides, you know, the ghost hunt or what have you been happening lately with Chantel? Um, when I get when when I get bored with foodie, I try to watch a little bit of a QLR because damn, when foodie gets boring, she gets really boring, and you just need a little break from her. Did not realize how crazy that one is. QLR. Um, he was he uses GPT. Plus, I think someone is playing his part sometimes too. Okay, okay, I see that. Okay. Ugh. I use my hair has been long, usually past my shoulders. I usually have it up in a ponytail. Well, I got about 6 inches cut off, and it's humid as hell in Oklahoma right now, and the back of my neck is sopping wet, and so is my hair. And I'm thinking I should not have cut my hair. Man, it's sticking to my neck, and it's miserable. Um, sorry. I'm walking to the car to get a drink. Do you think did that she used Pete's as a leverage to have him call or have Salah call her, or do you think she knows in the back of her mind that it's over? Do you think she'll ever give an old-fashioned rage on Salah? Give me a second, I'm gonna pause my mm, crap. Okay. Yeah, summer, we had storms, was it over the weekend? Look at my days are so confused. It was Tuesday night, and I mean, it piss poured. So, I'm surprised we haven't had a huge outbreak yet of tornadoes like we usually do about this time. It's actually been calm. I think she's insane, and can you let me see. Mrs. Pill, I cannot see Dash Indeed. Is she in here? When I get off, I'm gonna go and look and see if I have never blocked anybody, so I don't know. I am so sorry, Dashing D. I am so sorry. I will go at the end of this stream. I will go look. I am so sorry. Oh my god. I am not ignoring you. I think I did a goose. And you all know that I was the what's it called? Mod that she blocked. And she didn't know how to bring me back. Okay, that's funny. Your niece lives. Hey, Summer, I'm serious. If you if you lived in Oklahoma most of your life, we all know how to do it or deal with them. That's oh, they are dangerous and stuff, and we take heed when we get the warnings, but we are it's not bad. I mean, it's we you know what I'm saying. That's it. Everyone block DD. Well, what do you guys think of I feel bad to doing that to Dash and D. I will check. Um, do you think that she will ever do anything? Do you think she'll ever change? Or do you think she will ever tell us anything about breaking up or whatever with Salah? Because we all know that they're never going to see each other again. Like, just part of the. Yeah. Oh, yeah. See, I'm from here. Summer. Born and raised here. You just. She, you just learn how when to take a dive and when you don't, and when to take out your metal chair and a beer and watch it go by. So, I get it. Oh, you think that she's gonna play it off and just pretend? I That sounds like the shit that she would pull. She would pull something to the effect that we all know that they're never gonna see each other again, and that she's banking on that he won't come out and say anything, and she will pretend that they're together, and she won't have to go off on him until somebody finds out that they're not together. No. Oh, I guess start back up. Okay, unpause. Workout paused. Resume. I just like to watch her rage. As we all know, we all like to watch. We her rage. I remember one night when my husband was in the hospital. I was sitting there bored, watching shit just to keep my mind off something, and she was raging about Nader, and I was laughing my ass off. That was, we all enjoy that kind of stuff. Just like we all loved watching her fall off the the couch. Now that was some pretty funny shit. Alternatively, she could fake his death for sympathy. Now that would be pretty sick. Oh my gosh. She could do that. Spaghetti Emporium. We used to have a spaghetti warehouse in Tulsa where I lived years ago. But they shut that place down for what's it called? Health violations. Did she Hey Emma or Mrs. Pill, did she really say that she had a dream about her dad and they were eating spaghetti and that she's been craving spaghetti? Was that one of her stories tonight? Because if that was, that's batshit crazy. Who thinks about spaghetti? Who thinks about food? I mean, church, basement church or church basement spaghetti. Oh my God, there's no, you know, she could, and she does all the time. She screws up spaghetti. I mean, my God, doesn't doesn't she put like a cup of sugar in? Is it her that puts a cup of sugar in her sauce? That's all she. Oh my God. When she brought out that Hungry Man um frozen dinner, I had not seen one of those. I know they still make them, but I had not seen one of those in a in the stores forever. And believe me, I live in a hillbilly little town, and they eat frozen meals all the time. And I was just shocked that she was eating one. Every conversation turns into, yep. She does not know. She has not um done anything the last. She has gone overseas, lived in the Middle East, lived in Syria in the last 3 years, but she has not done anything there that she can hold a conversation about. to anybody. And that is a sad part of life. I mean, you'd think that if you go overseas to anywhere, especially Syria, Kuwait, that part of the world, you would have a shitload to talk about with anybody about that part of the world. But all she can tell you is if their air conditioner's good, if they're, if how they don't have heaters, so you can't tell you if the heater's good. Um, talk. I think a lot of people are like that. Um, Mrs. Pill. I mean, you know, people. There's a lot of people that would rather be doing stuff and enjoying life than to have to just sit down and eat. I mean, yes, it's an important part and enjoyment and a social activity, but on a daily thing or daily life, you'd rather be doing stuff. I get that. Prepping, cooking, eating, cleaning. I could be doing something else, but I just like takeout, was a cook. You have no idea what's going on in the kitchen. She can find fried chicken in every yeah, she literally has found fried chicken in every country she's been in. And then that is wild. And when she tried to tell us that broasted chicken was not fried, come on. It's like telling every southerner in America knows what fried chicken looks like, blindfolded, whatever. Holidays are great, but every day is. Yes, exactly. I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, you there is more to life than eating. There's more to life than sitting in your room, room, your apartment. I mean, yes, she's got a cat, but there's even more to life than your cat. I mean, go out and do something. Go to the damn museum, get a hobby, do something. KFG, that Syria restaurant that it was right around the corner from where that place where she was. It was like right around the corner from where it got blown up when she was there. Yeah, I mean, you know, I live in the closest fast food or restaurant to where I live is 45 minutes away. So we cook every day unless we're at, you know, we go see my parents or we go out um town, we go out to eat. But hell, she doesn't get that not everybody she thinks everybody eats out 3 or 4 times a week. We don't. Ancestors lived off a great Damascus sword. That's right. That's what got that's right. Um mead every when I hear people say they make mead, I think of what's his name? Damn, I went blank. You know who I'm talking about? The one that just passed away, that dated Null. Damn, it's on the tip of my tongue. But Foodie is a 42-year-old woman that will literally never change. And she says that she will, but she doesn't. Once family left our old country and came to USA, diabetes and high blood pressure, heart is. Yep, yep. They are very. Those diseases are very prominent now. I mean, look at. Excuse me. Um, Foodie. Look at ALR. I mean, heck, I know several people that are fairly. I mean, how can I say this? They are healthy compared to what QL or all three girls are, and they've had gallbladder issues. They've had, um, heart issues. So, once, um, so it is very common, very common. Oh crap. You guys think that do you think she is trying to get him? Do you think she's trying to tell him, leave him messages that if you talk to me or if you come around, I will get you to Canada? Do you think that's her how- her pull for her to for him to start talking to her or all that stuff? Do you think that's it, or do you think she's just lying through her teeth like usual? Rule number one. Okay. Every time I get to that spot, I don't talk. Um, she tonight she was just full of shit. I mean, come on, she was acting, driving up that hill in the snow. I cannot believe she was yelling out, "Daddy." Oh, Lord have mercy. Emma, if she. I am not single, but Lord, if he. If I sponsored him, he'd. That'd be hilarious. She would tell him that no. I don't think he could handle um springtime in Oklahoma. And he does not look like a sports fan or a football fan at all. He would definitely run from me. I definitely think she would tell him that knowing it's not possible right now. Yeah, okay. I'm getting back to my truck. I'll get you on camera here in a second. Oh shit. Okay. Well, guys, I don't think, I mean, I think that, like I said earlier in the stream, that I think has not been, that hasn't been him in chat since February. I think when she raged so bad about him and saying that, all this stuff about him in February, I think he pretty much said adios. And I think Tracy and Teardrop took over his whatever or made a new one. And I think she's full of shit for saying that she FaceTimes him every day. We all know he barely has internet, barely has electricity. I mean, she pretty much told on herself the other day when she called the airlines. When somebody asks, why isn't he doing it? Because he lives in Syria. So, Papa can hear me. But right now, she's just acting a fool. She's trying to get money to buy more food, drive through. I don't believe they FaceTime. She might need a pool boy. She needs a pool first. Man, if they, I hope one day soon she comes out. Forget the head to toe the burkini. I want her to come out in that yellow or red bathing suit that she had on in Cuba. Let's see what Salah says then. We all know he's not FaceTiming her every day because, one, she knows if you exactly, exactly. You if they FaceTimed or even texted or whatever, the other person would have known. But it is sad that she was with him for 3 years in Kuwait and Syria, and she knew nothing about him. I get changing your phone number when you get to Syria, but come on now. Not knowing his middle name, his getting the birthday confused with Nader. Ganja! How you doing, Ganja gal? How are you? Let's see. Okay. There. That is what I looked like after I walked. Her brain would be tired if she even. I think it's mush. I mean, that literally, most of the time, I wonder how she can't think anything through logically. I mean, that's just, if she could think anything through logically or even the first step of it, I'd say her brain was tired, but she doesn't. Oh, thank you. I just, like I said earlier, I just got 6 inches cut off my hair and it's like stuck to the back of my head after walking. Let's see. I usually walk at the school's parking lot. Let's see. It's what I usually walk. because our track, they don't turn on the lights at night, so I can walk here. And I live a block away. Um, she can't complete 3 sentences anymore. Everything has like in it. She cannot even complete a thought in her head. Last 2 years in Kuwait was fast food mukbangs nonstop. Yes. And she was sitting at a desk in the middle of the front room, right in front of the door when she was doing the mukbangs. When she first moved into that apartment, they were in the spare bedroom. You know, you know. Exactly. And from the moment she got too big to sit on the floor in front of the blue couch, they had to get that table, sit on that his gamer chair to do stupid mukbangs. And that's pretty sad. Yes, I'm gonna smoke. You guys think that you think she's on any international Tinder or anything right now? Yep. Ex- his or her bedrooms exactly. And she said that she made fun of us for thinking that that was a doorbell on his door. But, you knocked on the door and he didn't come to answer it. He didn't want you there. The door was locked. So, what else would we thought that was? Salad's so desperate. Yeah. Or treadmill. Sad. That is really sad. You could tell in the beginning, you could tell that he had hope that they were going to go do something or go on travel. And you slowly but surely saw um the sadness in his eyes. That man, it was just sad. Sad as hell seeing him go. He's an idiot, but went from like excited he's going to be able to do something, kicking her, all this stuff to F you. I don't want you back. I don't want you in our house. Not, but doing stuff for extra. Oh, yeah. Ganja, she's definitely doing extra money or doing extra stuff. You guys, give me a second. Oh, Lord. Still, somebody pulled up and it's kind of, somebody pulled in the parking lot. It's kind of bothering me. It's not even the cops, so give me a second. Okay, that's one of the baseball players going to work out. Okay. Makes me feel better now. Can you guys hear me? Oh, when I surprised the cops haven't come by. They usually stop me while I'm walking, and I was like, you saw me. I was standing there getting a drink, and guy pulls up, and I'm like, oh shit, who is it? In small towns, you usually know everybody, or you're related to to most of them. So it took me a little bit. Like I said, my youngest one graduated last May. So do know most of the senior class of this year. So it took me a little bit to recognize them. Well, guys, I am going to end the live. Thank you guys for coming in. You guys are the best. I am going to finish my last lap, and I will see you guys in chats tomorrow. You guys are great. Thank you.